What's up, y'all? Robbie TV, Shake Back, Kid, we back live with it, baby. Yeah, man, couple topics to talk about. Friday night, you feel me? So yeah, we got a couple topics to talk about. We got as y'all can see on the thumbnail, I just seen that this Michigan coach. Excuse me, y'all. See, I ain't gonna get the yawn and shit. Man, this Michigan coach though. Well, ex coach. You know what I mean? That's crazy. They say what I just seen. He just had an affair with his assistant or something. We gonna check out the story. Basically, he just crashed out. You know what I mean? He tripping. Then it was with you know what I mean? No disrespect to the Caucasians, but it was with a Caucasian. Come on now, man. Like, he should have knew better than that. I don't know. But we gonna touch on that topic. That's all. I see that all over the news. They just saying they just booked his ass. I've been saying it, but I ain't really do my research on it. So we gonna look on it today. And then we got it's a couple topics to talk about. We got this Max B audio. We're gonna touch on that. It's Max B audio. I seen a couple people talk about that. So Max B read it. There's that and the third. You know what I mean? From my standpoint, I haven't heard the audio. I heard little clips and pieces of it. People saying, you know what I mean? It's this guy named I don't know if that was his co-defendant or what. We gonna look into that too, basically. You know what I mean? So people said, you know, it ain't no paperwork, whatever. You know what I mean? Me personally, you know, I want Max B to be silent. You know what I mean? Which I think he is. I think if it was some paperwork, I think niggas is trying to just put bad rep on his name. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if it was some bad paperwork or if it was something that was really, really, you know what I mean, foul, that shit would have been, you feel what I'm saying, came out like how big meat shit, or at least been floating around. You feel what I'm saying? Or at least when he came home, niggas would have backed off of him. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We gonna touch on that. We gonna touch on that situation. We got a couple other situations. Be quiet, Teddy. Got my father Doug up here, yo, barking at every little thing. Oh, what's up, man? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. So yeah, we gonna touch on that. We got I'm just hearing about it's supposed to be another government shutdown. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Over here, man. I don't know what's going on with the United States, yo. Shit getting crazy out here. They said it's supposed to be another government shutdown, so we're gonna touch on that. We got a couple topics to talk about. So let's get busy. What you say? Oh, what's up, banger? Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. So we're gonna touch on this Michigan guy first. Let me see what they talking about with him. Yeah, man, cause ain't no way he let this deal. I don't know why these motherfucking these guys, man, getting his name's Sherrone Moore. We gonna see what they talking about. New details. So I wanna go to the original case. Alright, here you go. Let's see what's something right here.
The now former Michigan head football coach,
make sure y'all like, subscribe,
Sherrone
man. Like, subscribe.
Was fired reportedly for cause for having an inappropriate relationship with a female staffer. this almost image. This kind of mirrors the situation that happened with Ime Udoka. He got fired due to an inappropriate affair he had with someone who worked in the offices for the Celtics. Also, this also mirrors what happened at Michigan State. Mel Tucker, who was fired for having an affair with a woman who was, I guess, working with the program, doing some work with the program. This is not a good look.
Appreciate
if
that, man.
everything is true. It looks to me that they may have hired private investigators to find out. Now, I would think Sherrone Moore, who I don't think is a dumb guy, would be idiotic enough to have an affair with a woman.
Teddy, shut up.
In the athletic department. But some of these guys are so arrogant and so cocky that they would probably do this openly thinking that nothing would happen or not caring about consequences. Now, Sherrone Moore, is married to a woman by the name of Kelly Moore. He's married to Kelly Moore.
Oh, so he married to a white woman. So, yo, hold on. So, and I mean, I ain't know, you know what I mean? Love is love, man. You love whoever you want to love. I ain't racist. I ain't got no, you feel what I'm saying? But it just seemed like a lot of guys, man, especially, you know, guys that's, you know, in the industry, whether it's football, rappers, you know what I mean? Just these industry guys, man, is they getting taken down by these white women, yo. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, these guys need to tighten up. They need to smarten up, for real. You need to get right, because ain't no way, and I understand, you know, now, if he wasn't married, it probably would be okay. Like, all right, yeah, you ain't married, yeah, it is what it is. But since he married, it's like, yeah, make it 10 times worse. And he should know better than that. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, people fuck up. I ain't saying nobody perfect. I don't think it was worth it, though. It damn sure wasn't worth it. You feel what I'm saying? Because, you see, they dragging him all through the mud. And then I seen some shit where it ain't just he got fired. I see the shit where he got locked up. So, hold on, we gonna get to that. I'm just trying to get to the original story of what it first broke. You know what I mean? And then we gonna get to the nitty gritty of it, because I see it's like he's sitting in the jail cell right now. Like he down to bookings or something. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. Man, you can't believe he crashed out over that. Like, you can't be, you know what I mean? Can't be doing that, bruh. Like, you gotta protect the bag, protect the image at all costs. And it's crazy, because it be like so easy. She probably was throwing it on him for real. Like, you know what I mean? She probably wasn't. You never know. But it just be like that. Like, it'd be so tempting. It would be, feel like it's so easy. You can just get it. And then soon some shit, like, as soon as you get it or as soon as something happens, next thing you have is front page news. You feel what I'm saying? And then my main thing is, how the hell they find out? But, you know, most people can tell. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then we start having sexual relationships with people. You know, but people on the outside looking, you know what I mean? Like, unless y'all keep that shit, like, to a bad minimum. Like, you gonna have to not see each other for real, especially at the workplace. But it's hard, yo. It's hard, because people talk. You know what I mean? People this, people that. You know, it's hard, yo. It's hard to keep, when you dealing with somebody at work. It's hard to keep that shit unnoticeable. You know what I mean? So we gonna.
According to reports, he's being fired because.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. We on our way to 350 subscribers, man. I supposed to been hit 500. I don't know what, but I've been bluffing. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. If you're checking us out on the replay, you want to rewind, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, man, we want to keep the ball rolling, man. 2026, we ain't stopping.
An affair he had with her. He had with another woman. This is not a good look whatsoever. This is the second black head coach, Michigan coach, because you have the Michigan State, former Michigan State head coach, Mel Tucker, get fired for messing around with women in that while head coach who working with the athletic department. And now you got Sherrone Moore being fired for something similar. This isn't a good look. This shows me that these guys lack discipline. These guys do not know how important their job is. He's working at a major university. And there are certain things that you need to refrain from. He's an ex-athlete. You know, he was a former offensive lineman for the Oklahoma Sooners. And these guys' habits are still there. The womanizing, the messing around, those habits haven't left him. Now, I would be very naive to say that this doesn't happen at other colleges, because this absolutely happens at other universities. But the thing is that if you're winning, it will be hidden. If he would have beaten Ohio State, he would not have gotten fired. Whatever happened would have been swept under the rug. But because he lost to Ohio State, and it looks like he's going to have a very difficult time winning in the Big Ten, even though he was able to win, most of his games this season. But long term, I think Michigan wanted to get rid of him anyway, and they were looking for any reason. This is why I believe they hired private investigators to look into him. Not only that, they probably had people in the athletic department reporting back to the AD and the president, letting them know of his activities. Stop messing with women that you work with, especially if you have a job like Sherrone had at Michigan, where everything that you do is going to be monitored in 2025. You can't get away with stuff like this, especially if you're not winning. And that's the thing. And that's what Mel Tucker didn't, even though Mel Tucker was winning games, but Mel Tucker signed a contract that school desperately wanted to get out of. So they were looking for any reason to fire him, and I believe they were looking for any reason to fire Sherrone Moore. And Sherrone, according to reports, because I'm pretty sure he's going to take them to court, according to reports, and matter of fact, let's get into this article. People. This is according to ABC 6.
All right, so
Michigan
I'm gonna let him read the
fired
article.
Football coach Sherrone Moore on Wednesday after finding evidence of an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. A stunning end to a short up and down tenure that saw the Wolverines take a step back on the field after winning the national championship. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and UM maintains zero tolerance for such behavior, athletic director Ward Emanuel said. The announcement did not include details of the alleged relationship. Moore, who was 8-5 in his debut season and 9-3 this season, so he won one more game than last season, did not return a message-seeking comment left by the Associated Press. He signed a 5-year contract with a base salary of $5.5 million last year. And this is why it was very important for them to fire him with cause, because if you fire somebody with cause, you don't have to pay them.
Damn.
College football's winning this program is suddenly looking for a third coach in 4 years, shortly after a busy cycle that included Lane Kiffin leaving playoff-bound Ole Miss for LSU. Moore, the team's former offensive coordinator, was promoted to lead the Wolverines after they won the 2024 national title to succeed Jim Harbaugh when he returned to the NFL to lead the Los Angeles Chargers.
So basically what it's looking like, he was head coach of Michigan, which Michigan is definitely, they a Division I team, football and basketball. You feel what I'm saying? Michigan is that. You know what I mean? And look like, 5.5 million. Shoot, he definitely. I'm pretty sure the lady he was sleeping around with, she probably ain't had no contract for 5.5 million. So she probably knew his ass had some money. You feel what I'm saying? And she probably was throwing it on him. You know what I mean? Allegedly. I don't know. She maybe couldn't have. I'm not saying that was the case. But I will say is, if you got a $5.5 million contract, ain't no way you supposed to be let throwing that away. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, especially for no white woman. Yo, I'm sorry, like, but he married to a white woman. So I mean, I guess that's his weak spot. That's his. You feel what I'm saying? That's his. Yeah, that's his soft spot. That's his crutch. You feel me? So that shit crazy though, yo. 5.5 million, and then like he said, if they fire you without cause, they ain't even gotta pay him. So he probably, I think he don't even what is, man. He fucked that money up. He fucked that money up, bro. And it's looking like he ain't just get fired and lose his money. This nigga is booked now from what I see. Let's go to this. I just seen some shit in this nigga in the jail, so let's go to that. That's crazy. Like, that shit is crazy, man. From $5.5 million to a jail cell. They say fire coach here. I mean, 911 releases in assault and striking claims. God damn. Let's see what this right here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. We speaking on the Michigan head coach that just got arrested. Look like it's a charged with 3 crimes. Let's see what this guy look like. He in the motherfucking cell. Let me see.
We were following the court proceeding for fired Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore, now being charged with 3 crimes. 2 misdemeanors and a felony. The felony is home invasion. The 2 misdemeanors, stalking in a domestic relationship and breaking and entering. And it looks like he's going to be out on $25,000 bail. He'll have a GPS tether. The judge reading him all instructions that he cannot go, out of the area. No booze, no alcohol. He's got to keep up with mental health treatment. He cannot contact the victim in any way, shape, or form. So just from you were listening and gathering all the details as well, Brian, are you surprised that, considering what happened here, that that the judge is letting him out on bond?
I'm not surprised at all. I understand a lot of the cases that we follow are high-profile murder or sexual assault types of cases. And while this does have very serious allegations, we are talking about home invasion in the 3rd degree. This would be the lowest level of home invasion the state of Michigan has. This is a person of means, and the way that Michigan operates when it comes to the bail system is highly dependent on cash. Some would argue that causes an imbalance in the system for those who do not have. But this is a former Michigan coach, and so he does have the means. That's why you're hearing a lot of them talk about, when you do get out, you will have a monitor tether. When you do get out, you have to abstain from certain items like alcohol and substance abuse. And if he does violate those, he can actually be brought back into jail, potentially have higher amounts of bond or bail, or not be released at all. The other thing that I'd point out too is in Michigan, like many other states, they created this date, this probable cause hearing or date of January 8th that they need to have this hearing beforehand. But it's very interesting that the defense waived that date and instead pushed it back. What that suggests to me is that he already has the money lined up, that he is going to get released sometime soon, and they can wait a couple more days to prepare and do a probable cause hearing later on in the month of January.
Got it. Okay. So, and just to follow up, because, if someone has been a victim of domestic violence, they could be watching this thinking, Judge, why are you letting this guy go on a GPS tether, and why aren't you keeping him locked up? Because we heard the accusations that he broke into the apartment of this staffer he was apparently having an affair with, that he grabbed butter knives in out of the drawer, threatened to take his own life. Not quite sure what threats were made towards her, but she called 911. He's accused of stalking in a domestic relationship, also breaking and entering. What's the thought process here? Why aren't they keeping him behind bars?
So it's a matter of competing interests here, right? And I understand and appreciate all of them. I think the one you're highlighting now is that of the alleged victim. The fear that someone who makes a report like this is going to have when they find out.
Yo, hold up, yo. Ain't no way. Yo, ain't no way you go from $5.5 million to that. Like, yo, come on, bruh. Like, you cashed out for that. Like, yo, this nigga was like, he was the Michigan head coach. Like, for Michigan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, god damn, man. Then they say he broke in there in a house and all. Like, what the hell? She must have put a fucking root or something on his ass, hypnotized or something. Cause ain't no way you breaking into their house, especially a white woman at that. You should know better. Shit, you even think about breaking into a white woman's house, you might as well just go turn yourself in automatically. Yeah, babe, like that shit crazy. They you a high profile guy like him, they could stay to Michigan. Yeah, babe, they still got some good old boy counties up in there. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't I'm pretty sure it's still some prejudice up in Michigan. So they probably couldn't wait to have this black guy. He got some status too. That probably, you know what I mean? That probably get a DA and a motherfucking the judges and prosecutors and all that. They probably they can convict him and shit. They probably get a conviction out of him. Shit, I'll definitely probably get him a good pay raise because you know what I mean, he wouldn't be considered high profile, but he kind of would be because he the fucking football coach from the whole Florida. I mean, whole Michigan. Like, come on, so this a big story for real, especially in Michigan. It's a big story, especially if I'm hearing about it. It's a big national story. So, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, he crashed out. Ain't no way he sitting in the motherfucking jail. So for making $5.5 million, man, like what the hell she did on him? Ain't no way, bro. Like, god damn, what the fuck was he thinking? Breaking and entering, you know what I mean? Like, come on, they ain't making threats and all that shit. Like, what the hell? And you got a whole family at home. They got a whole wife and all that shit at home. That shit was embarrassing to her. Like, god damn, man. Like, this nigga look cooped out now. He don't even look the same. He look all goofy now. Like, oh, crazy, man. God damn. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe, Robbie TV. Make sure you like, subscribe.
Under whatever it may be, and simply be out. But I would highlight that he does have an ankle monitoring. Many police departments, especially those large police departments, I know more specifically about the NYPD, they may have a system where they have officers who might drive by the location of where that alleged victim lives to make sure that suspect is not showing up. I can tell you, as a defense attorney here in New York, many times my clients have been caught because the police are doing a great job of making sure that victim is safe and making sure their house is protected, and you catch that person. So there are safeguards there that the district attorney and police department will do. But the competing interest is also the presumption of innocence, that a defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty or unless proven guilty, and their freedom should be able to be given that. And in this country, we commit to the system where, you know what, we are going to have this kind of carrot and stick. The stick being that you will get punished more severely if you violate these conditions that we heard from the judge, and the carrot being that we will give you
look at him, yo. He looks sick as shit, yo.
Crimes, so long as you
look at him.
hook, so to speak, with property or money, because we believe that will
ain't no way.
their appearance. The judge even highlighted he's not determining guilt or innocence.
Yo.
He's determining flight.
Sherrone Moore, 39 years old.
He's determining flight risk. Later on in the proceedings of this case and potentially a trial, then they'll determine guilt or innocence.
Damn.
Got it. All right, and just a little bit about Sherrone Moore, 39 years old, 2 seasons as head coach for the University of Michigan. Was coming off back-to-back winning seasons with the Wolverines. Also, we should point out that he has been in trouble before. He served a 2-game suspension as part of a self-imposed sanctions for NCAA violations related to Michigan's sign-stealing scandal, which came to light in 2023. And now looks like he is being charged with 1 felony charge, 2 misdemeanors, from home invasion to stalking to breaking and entering. He will be out on $25,000 bail tied to a GPS tether and needs to seek counseling. We'll keep tracking it. Brian Buckmeyer, thank you so much.
God damn, shorty. That's the arraignment right here.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Katie Brismersky, First Assistant Prosecutor for the Special Victims Unit for the people.
Hey, Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Moore.
That's the charges, sir.
We waive formal reading of the complaint. Your Honor, stand due to the charges.
Already having been waived, the opinion will be entered on your client's behalf. Sign
Nigga
your bond.
crazy, yo. Yo, ain't no way you crashed out like that, though, bro. Like, yo, you crashed out like that. $5.5 million to fucking, I mean, you know, we all make mistakes. But I mean, shit, at least he could, if he'd have just, you know what I mean, lost his job and all, like, it would have been fucked up. But yo, this nigga is in jail right now. I ain't gonna lie here. Domestic violence is a motherfucker. Which, I mean, they probably had a relationship. I'm pretty sure they had a relationship. But, man, come on now. You gotta look in the mirror like, yo, goddamn, I know who I am. And I already know what I mean for my team. This shit probably fuck this team up, fuck the organization up. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna have to get a new coach. And I mean, they're gonna have to adjust to how the new coach do. So, that shit crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. I had to touch on the situation. Because I'm like, god damn. Like, I heard about it, but I ain't really get into it. But this motherfucker right here, man, this nigga done motherfucking... Yo, done really got fired for fucking with a white girl. That was crazy. This nigga be crashing out. Y'all don't know why the fuck these niggas ain't gonna never learn. And yo got a whole white wife on the side. Let me see what they talking about right here.
Police in Michigan are investigating an alleged assault, and a prosecutor is reviewing charges against former University of Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore. The university says Moore was fired after an investigation found credible evidence that he was engaged in a, quote, inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Let's bring in CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan live for us tonight. Jerika, what do we know about Moore's arrest?
Whoa.
Well, we're learning new details based on
y'all like,
audio
subscribe,
that
man.
has been released on Broadcastify. And
make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. We talking on this Michigan coach right now. Y'all heard about this Michigan coach here, coach that just got charged with home invasion and sexual. What they charging with? Home invasion and what was that one? Making threats or some shit. But goddamn, like he was the head coach making $5.5 million for his whole contract. You feel what I'm saying? But he fucked that money up, and then it's one thing to get fired. You feel what I'm saying? And be like, all right, they fired me. I had to get another job and get publicly humiliated. But then to get booked after that, like, come on, bro, that shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of feel, I don't feel bad for him, but it's like on the other side, you looking like, damn, nobody. He threw that shit all away. That's what to do, yo. You fucking with them white women, yo. I ain't gonna lie. And when you got status, you feel what I'm saying? Now, if you just an average Joe Schmo from the street, get your white girl right, I mean, no problem. But once you really get big up there, you somebody, you feel what I'm saying? You a public figure, you a football player, or a football coach, or a basketball player, or rapper or something, that you got money, and some people look at you like a lick. You feel what I'm saying? You will come up. Shit, all on, man. I just was reading something the other day. It say the top 10 richest women in the world, shit, like 8 of them got divorced from billionaires. You feel what I'm saying? They had Jeff Bezos' wife up there. They had all the wives up there. You feel what I'm saying? Well, ex-wives. That when they fucking divorced their husband, they automatically gained fucking $20 billion in alimony. You feel what I'm saying? Shit like that. That shit crazy, yo. So I will say you gotta watch and be careful out here, especially when you get to that level of notoriety and public figure and of wealth. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, you gotta watch that shit. But this shit right here, yo, he really crashed out. Ain't no way this nigga sitting in the jail cell for fucking being a head coach. Well, I mean, I ain't saying that it can't happen, because anything can happen, but just on a situation like this, like, I'd have just been, you know what I mean? I'd have, just be shaking my head like he'd have just got fired. Like, these niggas will never learn. But this nigga really sent to the jail cell just cause. And the crazy thing about it, the lady, his side piece, cause he had a whole wife. So your mistress, or that fuck they call her, she called the police on yo. That's fucked up. Like, just imagine, like, your whole side bitch called the police on you when she know what this can do to your career, what this can do to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure he learned this lesson for this. Hopefully, he shit. I don't know, he married to a white woman, so I guess that's what he like.
I'm just
And it's no disrespect to white women, no disrespect to white people at all. I'm just using that as a reference. You feel what I'm saying? I love everybody. I love everybody. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe.
looking at something we learned recently where one of the 911 operators is saying, according to our victim here, he did put a knife to his throat and ran off. Then it goes on to say he walked out with several knives and that there was a mention about U of M. So this is giving us a little bit more information about what may have allegedly transpired when police arrived at this home where they arrested him. Remember, this came on the same day that he was fired. Officials at the University of Michigan saying that he was fired because he had an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. We've of course reached out to his family to see if he had any comment. We have not heard back from him, but as of right now, he is behind bars at a county jail. We're also learning that he's expected to be arraigned tomorrow. Officials tell us that he has not formally been charged with anything, but that they would release that information after the arraignment, which is expected tomorrow afternoon. So people that I've spoken to, a longtime voice of the Wolverines, Jim Brandsetter, said this is devastating to that program just because there have been a number of scandals. If you've been following the University of Michigan football team over the years, it's a coveted role to be the head coach. In this case, Moore was making, I think, $5.5 million a year. Wow. So this is all eyes on Michigan because of what it represents, not just to Ann Arbor, to Michigan University, but the conference as a whole, to college football as a whole. And many that I know who were either have interviewed him before or have been in close proximity to him say they don't understand it, but it is quite the downfall. This is a married man with at least one daughter that we know of that he's spoken of on his social media page. And a lot of students have expressed being concerned and devastated. The team has a game at the end of the month, the Citrus Bowl, but a lot of folks that we've spoken to throughout the day just trying to gain more information about what exactly happened said they are completely shocked by this news.
Yeah, a lot of legendary coaches and players have come out of the University of Michigan's football program. Jarika, are we getting any idea of when the athletic director and the school found out about the alleged inappropriate relationship with the staff member?
CBS Sports reports that this investigation into him actually started about a month ago. So I think we'll learn more again about that potential criminal piece at that arraignment tomorrow. But as of right now, we know he's still behind bars. We know that the team, I'm sure, is trying to deal with this the best way they have. They still have a big game coming up, as I mentioned, in a couple of weeks. But definitely not something I think a lot of people who are close to this football team or have covered this football team would have expected.
Yeah, certainly not. Jarika Duncan, thank you so much.
God damn. Yeah, I know that's a blow to the team. I already know that's a blow to the team, though. Because I know them boys, man, they probably, they've been a coach for like 2-3 years, they say. So they probably already, got their repertoire and they feel comfortable with him. And now they had to get a whole new play style, whole new coach, whole new everything. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. That shit crazy, man. But I don't know what's going on with these guys, man, when they gonna learn. Like, yo, you playing with fire when you doing shit like that. Like, 5.5 million? Shit, he was better off just gonna go get a little white girl from up the street or something. You feel me? Like, he fucked that money up. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. Yo, fuck that money up. So, yeah, I had to touch on yo, man, because he was all up going through my timeline. I'm like, God damn. Then when I seen, who it was about, who it was for. See, man, these niggas, man, they ain't gonna never learn. They ain't gonna never learn, yo. So, but, yeah, we got, we got, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? We had that, and we had oh yeah, we had this Max B audio. Let's see what's up with this Max B audio. I want to see what niggas got to say about that, man. Cause niggas saying niggas is wild, yo. Niggas is wild. So I don't know. You know what I mean? I ain't heard the audio yet, but let's see. But it's just like, man, niggas just like, yo, it's like the internet is crazy, yo. Oh, just they got Vlad just interviewed Gia Conway. So let's see. Let's see what they saying right here. This is the audio right here. They got China Brim. Let me see what this nigga saying. This is the audio right here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. We ready to touch on this Max B audio. They saying he snitched, man. He did something.
100 Mob in the building. You already know you tuned into the Real Field TV, man.
So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe.
Now, real shocking news just been released, man. And, it's set in stone. Max B, actually cooperated, man. You know what I mean? And not only did he do that, his half brother Pooh Sims is actually, y'all gonna hear everything, man. Y'all can stay tuned. Y'all gonna hear Max B talking to the judge in court. Y'all gonna hear Wack 100 talking to, Max B brother before this. And also Max B brother talking before y'all heard Wack 100 talk. You see what I'm saying? And this is half brother, so he not just doing this for nothing. You know what I mean? He put out paperwork, and now the audio is out. Y'all about to hear Max B in rare form. You see what I mean? Now, this is crazy, man, because this is definitely going to end his career. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's not, man, because like niggas is saying, everybody is knowing this already in Harlem, but you know what I'm saying? And niggas ain't really doing nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know how it's going, man. But I know one thing. They saying that Max B inserted, Jim Jones' name in this, man. So, Pooh Sims, which is, Max B half brother, had to put Jim Jones up on game. You know what I'm saying? And, Jim Jones and Max B is up. So it may be that why Jim Jones wasn't gonna, reconcile with Max B. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe Jim Jones knew about this long before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to understand, Mel Matrix was, behind the wall. Things behind the wall circulate before they get on the street, man. But I want y'all to hear this audio, man. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, things come out, bro. It is what it is. I mean, I guess his music is going to have to outmatch, you know what I mean, these accusations, man. But right now, man, ain't no coming back from this, man. You know what I mean? We thought niggas was solid. We guess they're not, man. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the streets, and it shouldn't matter to nobody else that ain't in the streets. If you like the music, like the music. I'm out.
I feel like I'm coming out of nowhere with the stuff that I'm saying. All you got to do is holler at me. I got the paperwork. I got letters. I got everything to support what I'm saying. And Max B cooperated. French Montana, no, and he condoning it. Cameron, no, he condoning it. Jim Jones was mentioned in this whole situation. So I had to send the paperwork to Jim Jones to put him on point. Holla at me. Anybody?
No, this should be.
Okay, so the new information you about to send me. I just forgot that nigga name. What's his man name?
I'm gonna mail it to you. I'm gonna mail it to you, man, and then I'm gonna definitely give you a call, and we definitely gonna figure this out. I gotta call my lawyer real quick before he leaves.
Okay, yeah, so this cool. So pull up. So you say the new information he gave them, they can use against you. If you go back on the appeal, overturn it, they can use the new information to rebook you.
Yeah, they can use the new information because this is testimony that he gave them.
I don't really fuck with Wack 100. Wack 100 be on some bullshit. He be trying to bring niggas down. Wack 100 is, I feel like, is the government itself. So I don't really trust nothing that Wack 100 puts out. I don't really trust nothing that he say. I don't trust nothing that he do. I don't trust none of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? He tell me, all right, like how you was hanging, you so against rats, but you was hanging with 6ix9ine. The biggest rat. You feel what I'm saying? Like this shit crazy, yo. Like I don't really understand how and I done been in a situation where I done could have told on a nigga or could have got told on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I stood tall in my situation. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I wasn't, I had a gun charge and all that. You know what I mean? Me and my man, whatever. I got booked. He didn't. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta stand tall. Shit happens. So you don't bring the next man down for something. You know what I mean? That y'all was doing together. You know what I mean? You get caught, you hold that down. You know what I mean? So. Just seen my man that last week, you know what I mean? Make sure he was good, you know what I mean? So I'm always good, you feel me? So niggas don't do no cooperating, man. I don't hang with niggas that cooperate, or I don't even trust niggas that cooperate. Because if you tell, you will steal. You will steal, you will lie. You will lie, you will kill. You know what I mean? You will backdoor. You know what I mean? All that. Like all that's in the same, you know what I mean, stratosphere. All that's in the same camaraderie. You know what I mean? Like real shit. That's why I don't fuck with too many people, yo. A lot of niggas be on some bullshit for real. So, but this the Max B audio right here. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I'm gonna have to get some. You feel me? Because like I say, I never been to prison, so I never really read paperwork. I don't even really know how the shit even really go for real. I mean, I know what motherfuckers say about the profit here and all that. I don't really know how none of that go. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm speaking from an outsider. You feel what I'm saying? Because I am an outsider when it comes to that. I never been to prison. I never, you know what I mean? I've been to jail. You feel what I'm saying? But I never been to prison. Never caught no bit. You know what I mean? I was a smooth, as my man, Michael Jackson said, I was a smooth criminal. You feel what I'm saying? So, and this ain't nothing to brag about, nothing like that, but yeah, though. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to hear a couple people, you know what I mean, that been to prison, that know about how the system work and all that shit. I want to hear their opinion, what they do, because I'm, you know what I mean, I'm a student when it comes to that shit like this. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I do fuck with Max B. You know what I mean? I like his style, I like his swag, I like his persona. You feel what I'm saying? So if he, I'm not I mean, I wouldn't really be surprised. You can't be surprised at nobody now these days. You feel what I'm saying? But when that same tip too, it will be on the tip where it's like, damn, yo, all the niggas you think that be solidified and be substantial, niggas be biting the cheese, yo. You feel what I'm saying? So I get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, appreciate subscribe, bro. Subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. We speaking on Max B right now, yo. Max B out of New York. You know what I mean? You see this nigga had the city on fire. Everybody since he came home, been speculating, you know what I mean, around his name. How he came home, did he tell, whatever. You know what I mean? I ain't heard nothing about it until just now. I mean, since he came home. So we gonna do our due diligence to see, what the internet got to say about it. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe. It's the audio right here, though, with Max B. They talking about what's going on.
When he went back and got resentenced, so this shit crazy, man. I was tripping for some shit I ain't do. I ain't did it, man. And you gonna go lie to these people, man. So I'm gonna definitely shoot you the information. Man, I know. I'll shoot you the information. I got you so we can. Well, they go. No, shit.
On or about that day, did you have a conversation with two of the other people that you're charged with in this indictment, Gina Marie Conway and Kelvin Leardom?
Yes.
And I want to focus for a moment. Kelvin Leardom is your half brother, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you and Mr. Leardom in particular have an agreement that Mr. Leardom was going to go over into the state of New Jersey? Because you were New York, is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Leardom was going to go over to the state of New Jersey, and he was going to, he along with Gina Conway, were going to try to steal money from a couple of individuals.
Yes.
All right? Now, the individuals we're talking about are David Taylor and Alan Cloud, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And you indicated to me that back in September 2006, it was your understanding that these two men, David Taylor and Alan Cloud, would routinely
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. That right there, though, that don't really sound like he. That don't really sound like. That sound like part of a plea agreement. You know what I mean? Like when you cop out, when you plead, you know what I mean? You plead guilty. You copping out. You know what I mean? You saying, yo, whatever they, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't implementing nobody else in your crime, unless you know you didn't. Everybody like we gonna take the when you take a plea, they kind of write it up. I mean, you can deny the plea. You know what I mean? You can get your lawyer to. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you know, look, man, I ain't corroborating. You know what I mean? They can put that in the prosecutor and all that, the DA. But you know, they can't. You know, from what I see, they write up the plea agreement. And when you take a plea, when you do a plea agreement, you cop it out. You basically saying, yeah, I admit to guilt, so I can, you know, you basically, how the fuck they saying? I forgot how the saying go, but basically that's how it is when you take a plea. You basically copping out so you can get less time up front instead of, you know, going to trial and getting smashed on the back end. You know what I mean? That's basically how it go, which I mean, you know, to my knowledge. You feel what I'm saying? So it sounded like to me the judge was just repeating everything. He just was saying like, you know, but it's kind of saying like saying shit like how people were saying with Gunna. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? The shit, you know, we had to see how it go. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I will say though, let me see what this Pooh Sims. It's a Pooh Sims guy. They say that's your half brother. So, but I'm hearing people saying Pooh Sims didn't, but then he's saying he did. Let me see. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. What you say, Bang? How many subscribers? I'm on my way to 500 subscribers, man. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers, yo. I'm trying to get there before the year's out. I'm going to get there before the year's out. I just got to keep putting out this content. You know what I mean? So let me see what they talking about with this, let me see.
The stuff that I'm saying, all you gotta do is holler at me. I got the paperwork, I got letters, I got everything to support what I'm saying. That Max B cooperated. French Montana, no, and he condoning it. Cameron, no, he condoning it. Jim Jones was mentioned in this whole situation. So I had this in the paperwork to Jim Jones to put him on point. Holler at me. By that, feel like I'm coming out of nowhere with the stuff that I'm saying. All you gotta do is holler at me. I got the paperwork, I got letters, I got everything to support what I'm saying. That Max B cooperated. French Montana, no, and he condoning it. Cameron, no, he condoning it. Jim Jones was mentioned in this whole situation. So I had this in the paperwork to Jim Jones to put him on point. Holler at the stuff that I'm saying. All you gotta do is holler at me. I got the paperwork, I got letters, I got everything to support what I'm saying. That Max B cooperated. French Montana, no, and he condoning it. Cameron, no, he condoning it. Jim Jones was mentioned in this whole situation. So I had this in the paperwork.
Only reason I kind of
put him on point.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The only reason I'm on edge about Max B, you feel what I'm saying, is because all the love he got when he came home, yo. All the love. Like, yo, and I said this on my live like last week or something. Yo, Big Meech was supposed to get the same love that Max B got when he came home. You know what I mean? Like Big Meech party was gonna be the party of the I think it was what, this year? Or no, it was last year, I think. Supposed to be the party of last year, bro. Probably the biggest party of the year. Like, yo, come on, we talking about Big Meech, my nigga. They call this guy the Black Pablo Escobar. You know what I mean? Which, you know what I mean? If you came up in them times, you know, like BMF was yeah, like, you know, that was really like one of those groups, you feel what I'm saying? From like from like that the rap guys wanted to be like Jeezy, all them Fab, all them guys, man. You know what I mean? They was, yeah, big BMF was really one of them ones. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm these niggas old enough to be my father. I'm just speaking on it just from a young nigga's perspective. looking back, you know what I mean, looking on it, you know, from a young nigga perspective. And for Big Meech not to have the love, or even like Big Meech was popping, but he wasn't even popping like how Max B was popping when he came home. Like, that's goes to show you that, yo, a couple people probably felt Big Meech was bad. You feel what I mean? He was sour. You know what I mean? Plus, Max B just had this party. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, bitch was it looked like it bang. A lot of people came out, showed him love. So I feel like, yo, if he cooperated, he would have got the same treatment that Big Meech got. You feel what I'm saying? When he came home, because come on now, he said that was Big Meech. When Big Meech come home, and Big Meech did 20. You know what I mean? Like, he did a whole solid 20. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Big Meech was way bigger than Max B when they went in. I think they went in probably around the same time. You feel what I'm saying? They went in around the same time, I think. Because if Max B did 16, Max B went in around like 2009. And I think Big Meech went in like 08, 07 or some shit. So them niggas, well, no, I think Big Meech went in 05, I think. One of them. But they, you know what I mean, they got locked up around the same time. You feel what I'm saying? And even though Big Meech did this thing mostly on the Midwest and down south, you feel what I'm saying? But shit, I'm pretty sure Big Meech had ties up New York. He had to if he had Fab and all them niggas. You know what I mean? He had a lot of niggas rocking with him, yo. A lot of niggas. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what kind of just put me on edge about if I feel like, you know what I mean, if Max B cooperated like how they saying he did. You feel me? So, but we gonna you think Max B and Justice Blue Sense calling right down to you, man. Let's see what this about.
Things out in the media, and you want to address.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel.
Listen, I'm gonna say like this. Pooh still got a case pending. So I'm not going to address his issue. We all know the truth. I got the paperwork, and we all know the facts. You know what I'm saying? Pooh might be a little upset because I'm in my position and he in his position. At the end of the day, we both had degrees of crime. He was where he allegedly was at. On the address, man, you know, we see some shit going. When it's time to speak on that, everybody gonna know the truth, and I'm putting it all out there. I'm putting the whole shit out there, so everybody gonna get it. I'm not, and I was allegedly was at. So I say that to say, his shit's still open. I'm not gonna comment on his situation. I'm gonna let him comment on the situation. He did the interview before. When he did the interview before, he didn't say none of that shit he's saying now. And when he did the first interview, so that's obviously, you know, something on his plate. But I'm gonna just let him deal with that. That's bro. That's a personal issue me and him gonna deal with. And that ain't for everybody here, that me and him gotta, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a clout issue where we go online or we out there putting our shit on blast. At the end of the day, I'm dropping my shit and my facts and my documentary, my movie gonna come out. When I tell my side of the story, I'm gonna... You have 60 seconds remaining. My shit gonna be worth 10, 15, 20 M's. I'm not gonna just throw my shit out there for 15 minutes of clout. So when it's time to speak on that, everybody gonna know the truth, and I'm putting it all out there. I'm putting the whole shit out there, so everybody gonna get it. I'm not, and I was. No, I'm gonna do that, but you already know what it is. You know what it is, fast. We know it already what it is. That shit ain't right, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna speak on that. That's bro. I love him, and it is what it is. No, I'm gonna do that, but you know, going around in the media, man. You know, with your co-defendant. For the people who don't know, your co-defendant, Pooh Sims, man, and you know, I know Pooh. You know, I spoke with him. You know, we did the Don Diva issue. You know, when he did an interview or whatever, and you know, he wasn't available for the interview due to your legal situation at the time. I guess you was trying to get back in court, and everything was cool. So you know, since then, you know, he's been putting some things out in the media, and you know, you want to address that? Listen, I'm gonna say like this. Pooh still got a case pending. So I'm not gonna address his issue. We all know the truth. I got the paperwork, and we all know the facts. You know what I'm saying? Pooh might be a little upset because I'm in my position and he in his position. At the end of the day, we both had degrees of. He was where he allegedly was at on the dress, man. You know, we see some shit going around in the media, man. You know, with your co-defendant. For the people who don't know, your co-defendant, Pooh Sims, man, and
So yeah, just what it seemed like. Even though that's his brother, man, I don't know, like your blood brother. But I mean, shit, blood don't mean nothing for real. I know that personally. But I say all that to say, seem like to me, them niggas got something they need to handle out. They need to work out. You feel what I'm saying? I think the same. So it seemed like the nigga Pooh, whoever he seemed like he's still locked up. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But Max B said, you know, he ain't got no, you know, no beef and nothing like that. It's his brother. He love him. So we had to see how they work their situation out. You feel what I'm saying? Now, as far as Max B being a rat, I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? I guess somebody gonna have to get the paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't hearing nothing about somebody with no paperwork. And they gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to see some legit stand-up guys, you know what I mean, that know how to read paperwork and know the legal system and shit like that can really, you know what I mean, legitify and verify that, you know what I mean, Max B ain't no good. You feel what I'm saying? So, let's see. So yeah, but that's it with Max B. So we got 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans, yo. These niggas been going at it for the past couple days. You know what I mean? Been throwing some shots. So I ain't really no 50 Cent fan. I ain't really no Marlon Wayans fan either. Both of them be goofy. I ain't really, you feel what I'm saying? So we gonna see what they talking about. Let me see. Let me see. 50 Cent. So yeah, I know they've been bombing on each other lately. So let me see what they talking about. Central. Let me see. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Like, subscribe.
You know the vibe, you see the colors and all that. Yeah, that's how it's going. Turn the lights out.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
But that only like 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans. Like, what the fuck they even got a beef from? Marlon Wayans I ain't gonna lie to you, Marlon Wayans got some, you know what I mean? I ain't know, hold on, 50. Y'all gotta look at my live on 50. 50 be talking all that shit. The 50 got some allegations on his name too. 50 better stop playing. I ain't never seen this episode. That ain't AI, is it? That better not be Photoshop. They look a little too close in that hot tub. Where the women at? Yeah, but him and 50, they been wild. Let me see. see what they
Yeah,
talking
we ain't baby old clothes. Not you stupid. But yo, look, Puff. Nah. You working with Puff for 30 years. You saw Big before he passed? Yeah. Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew people very close to the situation. But you can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what? I could create a narrative. I could be like, see it all the time on reality shows. Like, reality shows. Yeah, you write a narrative. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person. Nah, for sure, yeah. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between. People are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck, and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, that you gotta be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
Yeah, shit.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
Oh, looks like 50 wants all the smoke with Marlon Wayans. That's right, y'all. Now, I'll admit, in my video yesterday, I did say, listen, Fifth, I'm not sure if this is the wisest move, okay? Getting into a roast battle with a seasoned comedian, someone like Marlon Wayans. However, 50 want all the smoke, okay? After seeing this post, listen, it's safe to say that 50 is the smoking section at this point. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your drinks, grab your lighters, get your popcorn, because we have a roast battle, all right? And so far, people are saying that 50 is winning. I'm gonna be real. Now, again, last night, Marlon, he uploaded a picture of 50 in the hot tub with Diddy. I'm gonna be real. We later found out that those pictures were AI generated because
I figured
that was a real picture of 50 in the hot tub with Diddy. I'm telling you right now, that would have ended this whole campaign that's been going on behind the Diddy Netflix docuseries, The Reckoning. Okay, let's not confuse any of this with real beef between.
Yeah, I figured that. I said that was AI. I said it's gotta be AI, yo. I mean, so I'm saying nowadays, yo, you can't Photoshop, AI, Google image. You don't know what's real, what's fake, bro. That's why I say, oh, this AI, because I said it to you, and that's why I'm like, I don't know, though, because you ain't 50, you got some questionable shit with 50. You know what I mean? That shit he did with Soulja Boy and all that. I don't know, 50 be on some wild shit, too. You know what I mean? 50 just play it off smooth. 50 one of them guys, he gonna clown you, so you don't look at him. You know what I mean? Go deep into his history, see what he about. That's type nigga 50 is. You know what I mean? He gonna make you laugh, so you don't see what he got going on he gonna distract you, basically. But, yeah, man, so been an hour. Get up out of here, man. It's been a good little run. We're definitely gonna be going live tomorrow. I'm going live all the rest of this week. Because I definitely try to get my watch hours and my subscribers up, man. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Check out my other videos, my other lives. You feel what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna be going live doing some more content, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot more to talk about. We still got Trump. We still got whole lot, man. Whole lot been going on. Paramount Plus we seen with Netflix and all that. It's a lot going on, man. There's a lot of business moves going on too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. Robbie TV. We out.